Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. I'm Kalikaiz. Today I'm going to be playing Blue-White Familiars with a twist. We're playing Esper for Melancholic Poet. This is a new card from Secrets of Strixhaven. It says it has repartee. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, any creature, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. So I actually think this could be good. Someone noted this card in a YouTube comment, so thank you very much for pointing that out to me. What this does is it gives us more god-pharoah's Faithful's effect. And I think god-pharoah's Faithful is one of the best cards in the deck in that it just makes you turtle up and not die. So now I'm adding in 2 poets to make 6 sort of life gains. And then I'm bringing in 3 Snuff Outs. Because I've got Snuff Out, because I've got this as a win condition, I don't think I need the Murmuring Mystic. And I don't think I need any other win conditions. We're going down on counter spells with just 2 prohibits, and we're going up on Lorien Revealed so that we can fetch out our Ice Tunnel or use the Contaminated Landscape to get the Swamp. So we have 8 big draw spells with Muldrifter and Lorien Revealed, and I've gone for 2 Ephemerate and 2 Ghostly Flicker so that I can try and target my creatures a lot. And then if we want to target our opponent's creatures, we have Snap and Snuff Out potentially for that. I tried it in a test match and it went pretty well, so I'm interested to see how this goes. And the main concern for this deck when you're not playing the Modern Age is that Seagate Oracle doesn't block the flyers, so you end up getting kind of overwhelmed. But in order to get around that, I think that with our large amount of life gain, maybe that will not be a problem, as well as hopefully killing some of the flyers with Snuff Out. Snuff Out is pretty sick because, you know, we're going to gain life off of the Poet and the Faithful when we cast it, so sometimes it won't cost us any life at all, sort of. In the sideboard, I have another Snuff Out. Now, the cool thing about the Snuff Out Esper is that it takes the bad matchup of Elves and just flips it on its head. Now we have removal. We're not going to be quite as worried about that. I am playing Stonehorn because there's some decks where Snuff Out doesn't really work and we still need the Stonehorn. We have the Anti-Affinity package. We have 3 Hydroblast. 1 lose focus over the 4th Hydroblast. I think this will be okay. I'm a little bit concerned about running into control decks and not having enough ways to get pushed through them, so that's why I use lose focus here, but you could try Hydroblast. Then I have 2 counter spells as a hard counter, 2 negates for as like soft counters for like other counterspell decks. So this will be interesting to see. It's a full-on test. This is the first time I've run a league with this. I will see you in the matches. This video is brought to you by Card Market, Europe's largest TCG marketplace. Bristol Pauper League is hosting an IPT on June 6th at Loco Club Bristol in Clock Tower Yard. £1,000 in prizes. We've got altars, we've got playmats, and Skurras showing up. Register with the link in the description. You should absolutely be there. Match number 1. We're on the play. I'm going to keep this. We don't have our white source, but I've got a solid amount of mana. We'll just preordain trying to look for a white source. Prohibit Seagate Oracle. So I'm taking these 2. We don't have a white source, like I said, but we can hold a Prohibit on turn 2. Our opponent plays an Urza's Tower. No map. Let's play out the Swamp and then pass the turn. They cycle a Generous Ent. We're just going to try and counter whatever they play here. They find a forest. Plays the forest. They don't play anything. All right, my turn. Find Snuff Out. I think I just slammed the Seagate Oracle, trying to get the plains. Got to start moving. We find the landscape. All right. I'll pass the turn. It was landscape or a preordain, and the preordain would have been looking for lands anyway, so might as well take the land. Snuff Out is going to be good versus a monster Tron deck, would just kill everything they have. And we could go like land, play the landscape, fetch a plains, snap, play the Faithful off of that, but then I'll only have 2 mana left over. Our opponent will crop rotate. Yeah. I mean, if I'd left up the Prohibit, then I could have counterspelled their crop rotation. Plays a Pinnacle Killship, which will kill my Seagate Oracle. I'll play Landscape and pass the turn. I think the main target for a Prohibit would be a colored source. They cycle a Generous Ent, grabbing another green source. Finds a forest. I'll counter your Ancient Stirrings. They have 6 mana now. Okay, I'll fetch out a Plains. Untap. Found a land. Let's play Floodplain. And then I think I just play Archaeomancer and grab either Prohibit or the Preordain. I think it's going to be the Preordain because Prohibit's not got a lot of targets when they are playing big stuff deck. What we can do is when they play their creature, we can snuff the kill ship, Play the Faithful, snap and replay the Mancer, and then snuff the other card. They play an Expedition map. Pinnacle kill ship again. That's annoying. That's definitely annoying. Kills my Archaeomancer. Plays a tower. Well, here comes a Muldrifter. We don't have the mana to play Faithful first. Draw. Another Faithful. Alright, we'll pass. So this turn, I can go Faithful, Faithful, Preordain. They play a Bramble Worm. That's fine, but then they can activate their kill ship. Yeah, they can activate the other kill ship too, I think is what they should probably do. They do that. And then they get in for 7. No blocks for me. We'll go Faithful into another Faithful. Cast Preordain. Gain some life. Chancery is good. I think I have to bottom the Lorien Revealed. We'll play the Chancery. Pick up the Plains. Go ahead and snap the Bramble Worm. Get that off the table. Untap. And then I'll evoke a Muldrifter. Gain some life. Draw. More mana. Just go ahead and kill a kill ship. And attack for 2. What am I looking for? I guess Flicker would be good. Snap would be good. More Faithfuls, more Preordains. They are going to get in for 7. What are they picking off this Ancient Stirrings? They use the green, so they can't cast the Bramble Worm now. Finds a Maelstrom Colossus. That's, what, 7/7? Plays Pylons. This allows them to surveil. They surveil away a tower. Maelstrom Colossus. Finds a Prophetic Prism. Now, colored sources are not a problem for them. They'll get in for 7, putting me to 10. They cannot cast a Bramble Worm this turn. They're going to crop rotate again. Looks like. What did they crop the power plant. Makes 7 mana. Realizes that they don't have green. Doesn't cast anything. Gets in for 7. Fair enough. We have Archaeomancer. So I can go Mancer for Snuff Out. The Archaeomancer. Grab the Snuff Out. I think I'm going to evoke another Drifter. Go to 14. Finding a Lorien Revealed. I will kill your kill ship. Blanc. I'm at 12. And then I will pass. I think I'm planning to block with the Muldrifter. Block. I'll stay at 12. They get to slam a 7/6. Bramble Worm enters the battlefield. They have 2 cards in hand. Another Bramble Worm. So they have 14 power. That's no bueno. I will hardcast Lorien, draw, go to 14 life. Find the Poet, play land, play Seagate Oracle. Looking for another Snuff Out. Find a familiar. Okay. I have to pass. I think we have to take the 14. So I will block with my Seagate Oracle and take 14. They pass the turn. We find a Flicker. So now I'm going to gain a ridiculous amount of life. Play Sunscape Familiar. I'll play out my Melancholic Poet. Gaining life. Play Island. I'll Flicker. So I can Flicker on Mancer and Island. Gain 3. Drain you for 1. Back to Flicker. I wonder if I should just evoke the Drifter, Flicker Drifter. I could evoke the Drifter, snap the Bramble Worm. Trying to think of the best way to do stuff here. The Bramble Worms are annoying, but every time I Flicker, how much life is this? Let's just Flicker and see what happens. Plus 3. Go to 10. Plus 3. So I'm at 13. Okay, if I Flicker again, I'll be at 15 and go to 1. I'll try it. I'll pass. Plays another Maelstrom Colossus. Finds a Relic of Progenitus. That's annoying. Alright, let's see. Let's go see Flicker again. And then I will return Snuff Out. And then Snuff Out the Bramble Worm. Which only costs me 1 life. And then I go to 15. They attack for 14. Maybe they crack the Relic right now? I think I'm just taking the 14. Go to 1. They crack the Relic. Okay. So I have an opportunity to draw into some cards. Plays another Colossus, finding a kill ship. That's bad. That's pretty bad. What do they take out? Takes out the Familiar. We have an Ephemerate. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to evoke this Muldrifter. Well, I don't need to cast black spells. We're going to evoke the Muldrifter. Go to 3 life. Muldrifter resolves. We find Snuff Out. I will Ephemerate the Muldrifter, which puts me to 4 life. I love that. That's sweet. Draw. I'll go ahead and snap your Bramble Worm. Sick. This is really fun. Okay, untap. We will Snuff Out a Maelstrom Colossus. Play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now I can Cast Lorien Revealed. Draw. I still have the Snap. I'm a little bit worried about the Pinnacle Kill Ship. I'm at 8 life. What do we do? I guess I'm just going to wait and see what my opponent does. They play the Bramble Worm again. They activate the Kill Ship. Getting in. How do I want to manage this? I can snap my own creature, or I can snap their creature and then just deal. Like block with the Muldrifter here. I'm going to have the Ephemerate. I don't really want to snap their combo pieces or their value creatures. I guess my Melancholic Poet's not really accomplishing that much right now. It is helpful to gain the life. Let's just block and block. I guess I can snap my Melancholic Poet, because next turn only costs me 2 mana. Alright, let's snap the Poet. Boink. Untap Esper colors, and this is why I'm playing the Contaminated Landscape. Now I get to cycle it. Alright. I'll Ephemerate on Archaeomancer. Get back Ephemerate. Play the Melancholic Poet. Go to 6 life. Let's preordain. Prohibit another Melancholic Poet. Well, the Prohibit's not doing anything. I don't think the Poet's really accomplishing anything here either. Let's bottom and bottom. Another Archaeomancer. That does help. So I can Mancer for Snuff Out, Ephemerate, Snuff Out. I can Mancer. Grab the Snap. Let's grab the Snap. Play Chancery. And I will pick up the Island. Snap your Bramble Worm. I'm draining. I guess it doesn't really matter to my opponent though, because they've got lots of life. I think I'm going to Ephemerate Archaeomancer, get Snap, Snap Mancer, play the Mancer for Snuff Out, cycle the Landscape. Ephemerate the Archaeomancer. Get back the Snap. Snap the Archaeomancer. Does this work? Doesn't work the way that I wanted. Okay, I will untap. I have 4, 5, 6 mana. Play Archaeomancer. Snap. Snap the Mancer again. Sort of just a built-in WINCON. Play Archaeomancer, and then I will return this Snuff Out and kill your flyer. Sweet. I'm at 23. Your turn. Trying to fade a Breath Weapon right now. They play an Ancient Stirrings. And they whiff. They found a Bajuka Bog. Okay, that stinks. No blocks. Plays Bramble Worm. Bog. So now I have to draw into something. We do have the Ephemerate, which is helpful. Ephemerate the Mancer. We'll go to 10. Return the Ephemerate. We find Lorien Revealed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll cast the Lorien. Go to 12. Play a Faithful. Preordain. The life gain is stacking up here. Another Flicker and a Faithful. So I can snap their creatures. I mean, I don't think I need this other Faithful now. I'll bottom. I'll top the Flicker. Play land. Play Sunscape Familiar. I will Ephemerate the Archaeomancer. Return Preordain. Flicker the Archaeomancer. Drain you for 4. Return Flicker. I thought I had a Snuff Out when I started doing this, so that was my mistake. We'll go to 23. There's a Snuff Out. I will bottom. I'll top. And then I will blast your Bramble Worm for 0 life. Go ahead and attack for 2. Nice. We win the game. Okay, Snuff Out good. Rhino probably good. Well, the question is, like, maybe Counterspell is better than Prohibit? And how many Snuff Outs do I really need? If I'm trying to Rhino them, do I even want to Snuff Out? Probably not. So maybe I get rid of those and bring in the Dust to Dust. So I've got Counterspell for their big creatures. I've got Dust for the relics. I've got the Stonehorn Dignitary. We're just trying to get to that position. Okay, our hand is probably fine. We'll go Plains, get an island. Then we fetch another island and cast Preordain. We have Ephemerate for the Seagate Oracle. Opponent plays a tower. And now I have an Ephemerate for my Muldrifter. That's a lot. It's going to be better than the Seagate Oracle. Grab island. They cycle a Generous End. Finding a forest. Plays Ancient Stirrings. They find a mine. So crop rotation, then they'd be online next turn. We have a Preordain. I will cycle for another island. Just making sure I definitely have the mana and that I don't have to use my Preordains to find lands. Okay, I will bottom the Floodplain, top the Familiar. Too bad the Familiar doesn't cost reduce the black spells, because then I could put my Melancholic Poet on the table easier. They find a Prophetic Prism with their Ancient Stirrings, plays a mine. They'll probably play the Prism here. Yep, we have a Faithful again. I'll Preordain. I'm going to bottom both of these lands, even though I do love having Chancery. We'll play a Familiar. I guess they could have a kill ship here. That would be annoying. Please no kill ship. Plays a candy trail. Top, bottom on scry, and they play a pinnacle kill ship. I should have seen that one coming. That was my mistake. Well, I guess I just want to draw a bunch of cards. Let's see if they can manage a Drifter Ephemerate. It's just a good time. Bam, Ephemerate. And now we have the Rhino too. Let's get rid of one Faithful. They slam Unfathomable Truths, which draws them a bunch of cards. 3 cards. I guess this turn I want to play the Archaeomancer for the Ephemerate, most likely. They draw a card with a candy trail. They just have green open. Does that mean that they're going to hold open crop rotation? Could be a crop rotation. Plays a tower. They have 5 mana. They use the green for an expedition map. They don't use the map. They're probably going to use the map for a Bajuka Bog. We'll Ephemerate the Muldrifter. Draw a bunch of cards. Play Archaeomancer. Return Ephemerate. Play a land. We have to get rid of 2 cards. They crack, they get a Conduit Pylons. I'll get rid of Faithful and let's go Seagate. One plays another Truths, drawing 3 cards, up to 9 cards in hand. Another Prism. Worried about the Breath Weapon. And then they killed my Archaeomancer with Monstrous Emergence, revealing a Genersent. Plays an Ancient Stirrings. Finding another Colossus. So what's my best plan? The Colossus will turn on the kill ship for the next turn. It costs 8 mana. They play out a Conduit Pylons. We have another Muldrifter. We only have the 1 plains. I think I cycle the Lorien Revealed and grab my dual land, Floodplain. Play the Floodplain. Jam a Dignitary. Then I'll get in for 2. I wonder if the Dignitary is better than Snuff Outs. Snuff Outs were pretty strong. When it's a 21. We have 6 mana on the table. So we could go Muldrifter, Flicker the Muldrifter, and the Stonehorn. I'm worried about them having a Red Blast or some sort of way to kill my Muldrifter. They make 8 mana. So they're going to play the Colossus. They don't play the Colossus. Pinnacle Kill Ship. So that takes out the Stonehorn. And then a Bramble-Worm. Bramble-Worm can activate a kill ship. The kill ship can activate the other kill ship. They've got kill ships on the table. We have lots of flickers. I'll play out a Stonehorn. They could have a Red Blast. Play my landscape. I'm going to just fetch for an island and then see what happens here. We're protected from another Monstrous Emergence by Ephemerating the Stonehorn. One has Relic of Progenitus. They make 8 mana for a Maelstrom Colossus. Finds Avenging Hunter. That's annoying. Takes the initiative. Sure. Plays a land. Makes 6 more mana for Genersent. I'll attempt to Ephemerate the Stonehorn. Okay, they skip their combat phase. Then I will upkeep Ephemerate on Muldrifter. Draw. Nice. We find Archaeomancer. So I'll play a landscape. Play Archaeomancer. Attempt to get back the Ephemerate. They crack the relic in response. Okay. Now we just go Ghostly Flicker, Muldrifter, Stonehorn. Draw 2 cards. Target opponent can't attack. Then we'll grab the Flicker and play a Faithful. So at this point, we have the Flicker lock going. Our opponent's going to scry 2. They will be able to deal us 5 damage with their Avenging Hunter every now and then. So I'm trying to find my creature that drains them. Kill ship. Okay. What do you take out? The Stonehorn? I think they have, yeah, they have 1 more combat stop left. Combat skip left. So I'm trying to find, let's see. We have 1 Stonehorn in the graveyard and 1 in exile. When it activates kill ship. We have another Monstrous Emergence. Kills the Archaeomancer with a Monstrous Emergence. So 2 Mancers down, we have 1 left. Plays a land. Gains some life. Passes the turn. Okay. Play Faithful. I'll play Sunscape. Cast a Preordain. We have Snap and Archaeomancer. I will... am I snapping anything? I just want the Archaeomancer right now. I will... Definitely want the Archaeomancer. I think the Snap is not really where I want to be. Maybe it is. Okay, top. We'll evoke this Muldrifter. Draw 2. Snap the Muldrifter. Untap. Okay, Muldrifter back in hand. We play Archaeomancer. We get back the Snap. And then I guess I play Mortuary Mire. Get back Archaeomancer. And pass the turn. And then next turn, I can snap their flyers, attack in, and then grab my Stonehorn and lock them, and then I have the initiative. We'll see what happens. Opponent's going to goad a creature. Goading a Faithful. Plays another Bramble Worm. I'm trying to figure out like what's my best line of attack here. Let's just start by drawing 2 cards. Ephemerate the Muldrifter. Find Stonehorn or Dust. This is kind of annoying. Let's evoke the Muldrifter. Wait. Ghostly Flicker on Mortuary Mire Archaeomancer. Get back to Stonehorn. Ghostly Flicker, Archaeomancer Muldrifter. Get back Flicker. I found my Poet, which is good. Okay, let's play my Melancholic Poet. Bounce a Bramble Worm. Gain some life. Untap. Ghostly Flicker, Archaeomancer Muldrifter. Get back to Snap, or get back to Flicker. Oh well. Okay, we have an island. I can Ghostly Flicker Mancer. Get back Snap. Snap another Bramble Worm. Untap. Ghostly Flicker, Faithful, and Mancer. Get back Flicker. Let's see where we are. Just pass. They have 21. I don't know. They have a large amount of damage. I have 6. I just need my other familiar, and then it's GG. Prophetic Prism for the opponent. Attacks in for a large amount. I'll just block one of the large creatures with my Muldrifter. I'll go to 18. Hopefully they can't Carvix Torch me or something. Plays Bramble Worm. Another Bramble Worm. Yep. They have Rample. Opponent gets rid of my Snap. Stinky. Ephemerate the Archaeomancer. We'll play Stonehorn. Let's see. Play Seagate Oracle. I'm on Familiar. There's a Familiar. Sunscape. And combo time. Opponent is dead. Let's see if they concede. They conceded. We are 1-0 on to round 2. Thanks for watching. Did you know you could get sideboard guides on patreon.com/Kalikaiz? And did I mention you can get early access to videos on the YouTube page in the membership section? And if you like these videos, make sure to like and subscribe. Okay, round 2. Here we go. I'd sit down. We'll keep this one. We have Prohibit lined up. We can play our Floodplain. The Mortuary Mire also gives us our colors. We probably just want to leave the island open. But Prohibit on the play is pretty good. Opponent on Plains and Ornithopter. So they're playing the Metalcraft aggro version of the deck. Plays a Springleaf Drum. We want to make sure that we counterspell a Leonardo. Plays an Ardent Recruit. So I can play Faithful and block the Recruit. Or I can play Familiar and pass. And then go Faithful into Mire. That would be the Familiar might... I'm going to play the Familiar. I think the Familiar might die to something like a Thraben Charm. But on the next turn, we'll be well set to manage that by playing the Faithful. They play out a Novice Inspector. They might just use their mana to crack the clue. They're getting in, so they probably do have the Leonardo. We just block the 0-3. There's a Leonardo Big Brother. Played with Sneak. It's a 4-power creature. We've got a lot going on. Too much. Hag Beast. I should have waited. Mistakes were made. Okay, so we'll play Faithful. We can block here. There's already 10 damage. I do have Snuff Out for the Leonardo, but I don't have a Swamp. I'm going to play out the Mortuary Mire as a tap land, hold the Prohibit, block the Ardent Recruit, and then next turn I will try and get rid of Leonardo. It was too fast. I knew that was coming, and I should have just countered it. That was such a big amount of damage. A Thraben Charm. At least I have the counterspell. I'll go to 14. I'll take 10 damage. And then I block, take 10. Play Muldrifter. I can block here. I'll be at 5. Block and block. 10 damage. Snap would be good. Not great, though. We find Archaeomancer. So I can play Archaeomancer, grabbing the Prohibit. Archaeomancer is going to block the Leonardo. We'll go to 1. They crack the clue. Pack Beast is bad. Wow, good chain. They found another Pack Beast. Prohibit not doing anything there. I mean, post board, I have my Stonehorns, so that can work out for me. Okay. Jeez. That worked. I'm just going to go to the next game. Not worth it. Let's see what's up on top. Snap, Ephemerate. Jesus. Yeah, we weren't beating that anyway. Stony Boy will cut the Prohibits. It's like Loose Focus is good. Snuff Out I don't think is going to be very good. But maybe we can keep one of them. I brought in the gate. So 2 Snuff Outs. Snuff Out on their Leonardo, I think, is important. I only have the one loose focus, huh? Maybe I just don't play counterspells at all. All right, let's do it this way. We have... Okay, so we're keeping this. We have land, get a plains. I do have the Snuff Out. Plan is to go Faithful Preordain. My opponent leads off Ornithopter into Ardent Recruit. We go Faithful Preordain. Looking for a swamp. Then I can snuff out their Leo. But I guess snuffing out the Leo is not amazing because they just get paid off for having another one in their hand. So Preordain Snap. I think I bottom, top the Preordain. So bottoming the Snap, like I really need to have another land. So this is better than just doing nothing. We're going to block the Ardent Recruit because we can't block the Ornithopter. They can flip the Leonardo, flip the Ornithopter with the Leonardo. Okay, they just kill my Faithful. We'll play another Faithful. We'll play a Preordain. Okay, I have to bottom both of these because I need action. We find Ice Tunnel. Okay, pass. Interesting. So they Thraben Charmed my Faithful. If they attack in here, I'll kill the Ornithopter with a Snuff Out so they can't use the Leonardo. Thraben Inspector. Okay. Attacks with both. Attacks with the 3/3. Block. I feel like they might have... They don't have anything. That's good. Another Thraben Inspector. My turn. Find a Drifter. Play a Familiar. I think evoking the Drifter just makes sense to just get some more cards going. A little bit of life. I'd love to slam it on the next turn, but I need to find things to do. Okay, we find Seagate Oracle, Archaeomancer. Next turn we can play Familiar into Seagate Oracle. Have a solid amount of blocks. If they attack out with everything, what do we block with? They're attacking with everything. So I think in this case, I block the 2 Thrabens, so they can't get value. Block, block. They flip the Leonardo. I'll just kill it. Bonk. We're at 16. They play Ornithopter. Search Party Captain is a 2/2 that draws them a card. I'll play Sunscape Familiar. Seagate Oracle. Just trying to find more lands probably with the Seagate Oracle. Find another Seagate Oracle and a Preordain. Let's play the other Seagate Oracle. Finding Mire. Let's take the Mire and Mire back the Muldrifter. So they have the Ornithopter in play with which they can use to get back or to flip to another ninja, but I have Archaeomancer to get Snuff Out. I can also play the Muldrifter. They're getting in. I'm worried that they're going to have a Remosian Rally, but I think I have to just block anyway with my Faithful in their 3/3. They let the Search Party Captain die. I double blocked it. Plays another Search Party Captain. They just wanted to have the ability to cast it. Okay. Sort of a weird turn of events. They have 1 mana. Plays another Springleaf Drum. With the Springleaf Drum, another Search Party Captain. They're chaining pretty well. Just ripping it, ripping it, ripping it. There's the Pack Beast. Another Thopter. We'll slam a Muldrifter. Gain a life. Draw 2 cards. There's a Melancholic Poet. I'm going to play Archaeomancer, grabbing the Snuff Out, and then snuff out the Salt Road Pack Beast. Pass the turn. They draw a card. Glinthawk. I haven't seen that from this deck so far. And they pick up and replay Ornithopter. No attacks, they send it back. Play this Melancholic Poet. Here's my win condition. Start with a Preordain, trying to find lands and spells. If I find the Flicker, it's over. But we have a land and a Seagate Oracle. I'll top. Play the land. Play the Seagate Oracle. See if I want to just pick the other Seagate Oracle. I probably do. I'll take the Flicker. Then that is the GG. Pew pew. Combo time. Let's go. Okay, so that worked. No counter spells, just action. I wonder if I want another Snuff Out. So their deck is really, really fast. I'm actually going to bring in a 4th Snuff Out and cut 1 Archaeomancer. Let's see how that works. All right, so our hand is decent. On the draw, the problem is that we're not actually doing anything on turn 2, or really turn 1. They start with a Plains. Ardent Recruit already on the table. I'll Preordain. Okay, this is good. Top. We have Plains and a Snap. The major issue is just not having access to anything else going on. Okay. Raven Inspector, they have a 1/1. Plays a Darval. Gets in for 1. I'm going to put the Familiar on the table. The next turn I'll go Faithful Chancery back the island. Then I can use Snap. Plays Ornithopter. Now they have 6 power. Draws a card. back to 4 power. Makes a clue. Back to 6 power. Great. Okay. Gets in. Play Faithful. Chancery. Pick up the plains. Pass the turn. Hoping to draw Black Source. I don't have any Ash Barrens, so I can't get them untapped. When it's sending in, I'll block and block. Maybe I block the in-web creature. That way they would have to, because if I don't block the in-web, they just hit me for 3. That's it, huh? Plays the Search Party Captain. Gets to draw cards. If I'm snapping something, it's going to be the Ardent Recruit here. They draw a card. I'm at 10. Feel like they have a Thraben. Another Pack Beast. The Pack Beast will not leave me alone. My turn. We draw a Chancery. Well, can't get the Snuff Out online if I play the Chancery, but I can get a lot of mana. I'll play the Chancery, picking up Island. Bounce your 1/1. Untap. Play it. Oops. Play my Muldrifter. We draw another Snap. I'm going to snap and replay the Muldrifter. They have 1 mana. Didn't do anything with it. I'll float an island, or a blue mana. We draw Preordain, okay. And I have the Lorien revealed for the Snuff Out. Let's see what Preordain gets me. Muldrifter Stony. Okay, top and top. Discarding plains. One in Thraben Charms to kill my Faithful. Yuck. And then my Familiar. Gets in with a lot. They're asking me if I want to block. Okay. Trying to save damage. Take 7. I need the 4 life to work with if I'm going to play this Poet out. I have a Muldrifter on top of the deck. Play Stonehorn. Land. Cycle for the black land. They just jam a Leonardo. Well, I can go Archaeomancer, snap and replay the Stonehorn. Or I can play Muldrifter and plan on blocking here and here. That's 4, 7. And then on the next turn, play Melancholic Poet out. Need a flicker. If I play Muldrifter, I can chump and Snuff Out, take 4 and die. Or block, it's 2 damage. I think that's my best bet. Cast Muldrifter. We draw. I will play out the Ice Tunnel and then see where we go from here. If they have a second Leonardo, I lose, right? This is 6 damage. Block, block. I have to have them not have a second Leonardo. I guess if I snuff out the Salt Road Pack Beast, let's see what happens. We're going to block, and then I guess go to 2. They had it. Dang it. That was unfortunate. So if I had redrawn the Stonehorn, suck. Let's see what happens in round 3. Round 3 on the play. This hand seems solid. We'll start with the Preordain. Just see what's on top of the deck, whether or not I think I want it in the blind. No, I don't. We don't want Flicker in another land. Let's just pass. Put it on Forest. So we are looking to draw into Snuff Outs. Draw plains. Start with a Preordain. I'll bottom the land. I'll top the Snap. Play Chancery, picking up my land and your go. I think we go Swamp. They play a Priest of Titania and an Elvish Mystic. I find a Snuff Out. I don't. Let's go Swamp. Play Faithful. Let's see how good Snuff Out is in this matchup. We're untapping. After snapping the Priest, play Seagate Oracle. We have Snuff Out and Familiar. I think I take the Snuff Out. If they play an Avenging Hunter this turn, I can Snuff Out the Avenging Hunter, get in, take the initiative, and then Ephemerate. I'll take the Snuff Out. Pass. It stinks to bottom the Familiar, though. They replay the Priest. Plays another Priest. Okay, that's not good. Take my turn. Archaeomancer. Interesting. That's pretty good. I'll start by attacking. Oh my god, this is so sweet. I love Archaeomancer Snuff Out. It's so fun. Play land. We'll go ahead and kill that Priest of Titania for 3 life. And then I'll play Archaeomancer and return Snuff Out. And then I'll snuff out that one. Kapow! Epic. Yes. Oh, wow. Okay, they've got 5 mana. Is this Avenging Hunter time? Plays Mystic, plays a Llanowar Elves. They have 2 mana left over. They're not going to attack. I will attack. See what they do. Nothing. Nice. I think I'll just draw 3 cards. That's fine. My colors in play are not good, though. We draw Ice Tunnel, Seagate Oracle. They play a Winding Way, finding Finehorn Elves, Priest, Llanowar, and a Nyxborn. Plays another Llanowar, a Finehorn, a Priest. Roger. Let's start with Seagate Oracle, see where I can get. Another Seagate, okay. I'll attack with the Seagate Oracle. Play a land, Ephemerate the Archaeomancer, return Snuff Out, and destroy the Priest. So this snap is interesting because they could Nyxborn their creature. Next turn I can snap whatever gets Nyxborn and then Ephemerate and snuff out the creature. They play a Generous End. Okay, that doesn't matter. They untap their creature. Replay the Forest. 2 cards in hand. One of them is a Nyxborn Hydra. Any attacks? Nope. Okay. My turn. Let's Ephemerate the Archaeomancer. Return Ephemerate. Finding a Faithful. So, I think I just play the Seagate Oracle. I'm really trying to dig for another Familiar. Okay. Play the Familiar. I play Ice Tunnel. Then I'm passing. Cracks the food, gains some life. There are 27. They have a lot of mana in play. 3, 4, 5. I think they have 11 they can make. On taps. Has 11 mana. So they're going to Nyxborn onto something with Bestow. I'll snap their creature, then Ephemerate, and then snuff out the Nyxborn. Puts it on the Generous End. Yeah, we'll bounce the Generous End. Untap, then Ephemerate. Get the Snuff Out. I don't have to cast it this turn. I can wait till I put the Faithful into the table and they concede. Yes! Okay, Snuff Out's coming in. Definitely. So the Melancholic Poet gives me additional ways to lock them, or to get through what they're doing. I kind of like the Nyxborn Hydra, or the Stonehorn Dignitaries, but now I have 3 cards too many. So I'm actually thinking about cutting the counterspells again, and maybe 1 Faithful. Just only interaction. I don't know how that'll work. Didn't really work out for us against the Leonardo. Here we have no lands. We have the 1 land and doesn't get us anywhere. This one also doesn't work out. Okay. We'll keep this. Get rid of... We mulligan to 5. Get rid of Faithful and Island. They play an Elvish Mystic. Do I just immediately kill the bird? Looks like yes. I will fetch out a swamp and snuff out. Try to keep them on as little mana as possible. Plays a 2nd land. Freeze of Titania. Do we draw our Melancholic Poet? No. Start with a Preordain. I will bottom and bottom, looking for the plains. Kill your priest. I'm already at only 12 life. I have no lands to play. They cycle a Generous End. Gets a forest, plays the forest. Plays Winding Way, they're refilling. Forest, priest, what do they find? Forest, priest, lead. We'll Preordain. Bottom the fam, top the plains. Here comes a Familiar. Next turn I have Familiar again into Seagate Oracle. They are about to slam Mystic into Priest, which is a lot. Cycles a Generous End. And then they'll play Mystic into Priest. 3 unknowns. We'll play Familiar, Seagate Oracle, take the Poet, Chancery, pick up the Plains. Now what am I looking for? Anything? Anything that can draw cards or flicker my creature would be great. They have 7 mana. They play a Timberwatch Elf and an Avenging Hunter. Goes into the Undercity, so I need Stonehorn, Drifter, play Faithful, play my Poet guy, go to 13. I think I'm just dead. Concede. Draw. Alright, we weren't getting anywhere. What do I do? Feels like the Faithful just didn't help that much. I'm going to cut the other Faithful, bring in 2 Counterspell, mostly for their Avenging Hunters. Maybe it should be like Lose Focus Counterspell. Lose Focus medium though. We're on the play. I have Snuff Out, but nothing else. We did mulligan a lot last time. Let's mulligan again. Okay. Now I will get rid of Island. Play the Plains out first. Turn 2, play Familiar. Turn 3, Ice Tunnel, Snuff Out. We're looking for Muldrifter. They play an Elvish Mystic. I guess I shouldn't snuff out the Elvish Mystic, huh? Alright. Play a Fam. The worry here is if they have some way to kill my Familiar. They play a Quirion Ranger. They're going to tap on tap. So it seems like getting rid of the Mystic at this point might be good. No, they have Llanowar Elves, so lots of mana in play. They do have the Monstrous Emergence or whatever. Kills my creature, revealing Generous End. Play Ice Tunnel. We'll bounce the Llanowar. Untap. Bounce the other Llanowar Elves. And then snuff out on the Quirion Ranger. They're back to turn 1. Okay, they play Forest and 2 Elves. I need a draw spell. We find Seagate Oracle. That's a start. Counterspell Ephemerate. I guess I have to take the counterspell and hope that they don't have Avenging Hunter right now. They cycle the Generosent, revealing a forest. 4 mana in play. Timberwatch Elf and a Llanowar Elf. We have a landscape. I'll play it and fetch out an island and pass. Planning on blocking and ephemerating. We have counterspell for Avenging Hunter. Winding Way, I will counterspell the Winding Way. And they just have a Lead the Stampede. Lead the Stampede better than Winding Way. They do find the Avenging Hunter. Frustrating. Cycles a Generosent. Grabs a Gingerbread Cabin. Makes a food. Cabin in play. No attacks. We'll Ephemerate. I get to draw 2 cards with this Ephemerate. Double Sleight of Hand. They don't really have any interaction they can do here. We find Snuff Out. I guess I want that. Ephemerate again. I think I have to take the Stonehorn. I Snuff Out and a Stonehorn. I'll start with a Preordain. Top the Lorien, top the Swamp. Play the land. I'm going to play the Stonehorn. I'll pass the turn. I don't know if playing the Stonehorn there is great. Opponent goes Winding Way. Forest, Pulsum Rasa Forest. They find a Quirion Ranger. Oh, they didn't have enough mana? I will go ahead and... Wait, they played a land that turn? They did not play a land that turn. Okay. They get to slam the Avenging Hunter. I'm going to kill the Timberwatch Elf. If I can draw into another Snuff Out, I can snuff the Avenging Hunter and then attack and maybe take the initiative. They get a Forest. But this is kind of dependent on what I draw here. Lorien, draw 3. Is the Snuff Out working out? I don't know. We find a Melancholic Poet. Not good enough. Grab Island. I will pass. So this turn, they have 7 power. So what I need is to find a Flicker so I can go Melancholic Poet and then Familiar and Flicker. But I'm already going to be at 5. They play Lead the Stampede. They find a Sagu, Double Priest, Llanowar Elves. I have to hit a Flicker off the top. And then they killed my Stonehorn. Bruh. I thought this would work out for me, but maybe just the Seagate Oracle plan and the Stonehorn, the Snuff Outs are like not actually good enough. And I should just be playing Melancholic Poet and then a normal Familiars kind of shell where we're just doing the thing. We creamed them in game 1, and then we got absolutely bodied post-board. Gets in with the Avenging Hunter. Plays the Llanowar Elves. I don't know if there's any draw for me that can win the game. They're doing the thing. Tapping and untapping. We did draw the Snuff Out. Interesting. So I can play Melancholic Poet. I will attempt to attack. They block. Kill the Avenging Hunter. But I'll still go to 1 and then die. That sucked. Okay, let's see what happens in round 4. Round 4. Round 4 versus Lalo77. We have to mulligan. Maybe the thing that's happening to me is just the mulligans are punishing me. Interesting. I think we have to play this just like a blue-white. So we'll get rid of Poet and Preordain. Play the landscape and pass the turn. Ours is mine for the opponent. Map. I'll take my turn. Crack. Grabbing an island. I'll play the Chancery, picking up the island. And then we'll play the Familiar, hold up Prohibit. And then we can go Drifter, Snap, Drifter. Opponent is going to crack the map, it looks like. Play Familiar, pass. We get to find out what they're doing. They have all of the mana, right? They have Mine, Power Plant, Tower. But they don't have colored sources, so this Prohibit could counterspell the colored source. Nope. Plays a Boulder Branch Golem. Let's just go ahead and bounce it. Untap. Play Archaeomancer. Grabbing the Snap. Land. I'll evoke the Muldrifter. Draw 2. And then I'll snap the Muldrifter. Bonk. Untap. And then it looks like we drew a Familiar, so let's get that on the table and pass. Still planning to counterspell something that is a colored source. They cycle Lorien Revealed for an island. So mono blue Tron. What are you going to do with your blue mana? Muldrifter. Okay. Just counterspell the Candy Trail. Well, I have stuff that I can do. And they play another Candy Trail. Okay. Maybe the Snuff Out's just not well situated. It seemed like it should have been good. Play the Muldrifter, draw 2. Seagate Oracle. Find Archaeomancer or Lorien. I think it's got to be the Archaeomancer. Chancery, pick up the island. I think I need to dig for another draw spell. Or dig for flickers and maybe the Snuff Outs. So I have to worry about something like the crab. They find a world map off of their scry, plays Maelstrom Colossus, cracks the world map for another island. Gets in for 2, okay. We have a Mortuary Mire. Let's preordain. I don't think these are where I want to be. We'll bottom and bottom the Prohibit. Play Island. I'll go Archaeomancer. Grab Snap. Bounce some Muldrifter. Cast Muldrifter. Floating a white still. Okay, we found Ephemerate. Can play Faithful. Ephemerate the Archaeomancer. Grabbing the Snap. Bounce the Muldrifter again. Untap. This time I'll float a blue. Muldrifter on the table. We draw 2. We draw a Poet. So let's just evoke the Muldrifter. Puts it in the graveyard. I can pick it up with the Mortuary Mire. And then we'll pass. Draw double Lorien Revealed. When it goes Canny Trail. They went top. They draw a card. They have 7 mana right now. Uses 3 mana. They put Utter Insignificance on Archaeomancer, and then they exile it. That's not great. Why would you do that? Gets in, I'll block, and I guess that's fine. We'll Ephemerate Archaeomancer. It's not great that the other one got exiled. We draw Lorien, play Mortuary Mire, get back Muldrifter. I'll Ephemerate the Archaeomancer. Get back Snap. I think I'm just going to take this 7/7 off the table for a second here. It's off. Oh no, I tapped the wrong lands. Darn it. Jam Lorien, draw 3. I meant to play the Melancholic Poet here. I have infinite life potentially. Drawing the Flicker. I would have had the win. I'll attack for 2. And then Flicker. I don't think there's anything they can do with the 2 mana, but maybe. Get back Flicker. No snaps. We'll just make some life. Alright, your turn. I'll discard. What will I discard? Chancery, Dual Land, Island. Island? Just saving the landscape in case I want to use the Snuff Outs or maybe cycle it. They played out their Haunt of Fengriff. It was utter insignificance. I will attempt to Flicker. And I have the Crab. Bad for me. So we're going to lose the Archaeomancer. Okay. I have 1 more Archaeomancer to win the game with. Goodbye, Archaeomancer. Can't losing to blue Tron. Bummer. Mirashell Crab got me good. Ephemerate Muldrifter. Draw some cards. Okay, never mind. We will go Melancholic Poet. No response. Land. Play Archaeomancer. Get Ephemerate. Ephemerate the Archaeomancer. Drain you. Get the Flicker. Do we win? That's the question. Looks like yes. Very nice. Combo time. I wish I could, guess I could maybe snap. No, I can't. Wanted to get the Faithful triggers, not happening because this is, oh no. Messed up. Whatever. I will drain you. It will take me a while. Okay, opponent must have walked away, but they came back and realized that it was over, and they've conceded. So they're playing a big guy deck. The guy bring in counterspells over prohibits, and then maybe 1 Dust to Dust over one of the Snuff Outs. Interesting. I guess I'm keeping this. Opponent leads on a relic. Play Island and pass the turn. They play Island as well, with a Candy Trail. So here, I think I cycle the Lorien for the dual land. Turn 3, we go like Faithful Poet. Plays another relic. Really high on relics over there. Grab the Floodplain. Play Floodplain and pass. They relic away my Lorien Revealed. Plays a world map out. They can search for a basic. They do. Grabbing Island. Playing an Expedition map. I think I will just play out my Seagate Oracle. I can take Familiar or Lorien. I think I want the Lorien. Let's pass. This turn, Ice Tunnel, Faithful, Melancholic Poet. Opponent cracks the Expedition map to get a Tron land. Get Urza's Power Plant. They have the last Expedition map. If I find a counterspell, I do not. Go Faithful. Play Melancholic Poet. Gain a life. I've got a clock now. Ice Tunnel will get in for 1. Now that I have the Ice Tunnel in play, I can pick up the Swamp with my Chancery in, and then I can play Snuff Out still. They crack their map for Urza's Mine. They have 6 mana. Plays Muldrifter. Play land. I'll jam the Lorien Revealed to draw 3. Puts me to 7 cards in hand. We have another Poet. Okay, so I will pass. Next turn, I'll play Poet. I'll play Familiar. I'll play Chancery. Pick up my land, and then I'll snap and replay the Seagate Oracle, draining them. They pay 8 for a Maelstrom Colossus, which finds a Muldrifter. That's pretty nice, pretty decent overall. Gets in. I got a 20. We'll go Familiar. Play another Melancholic Poet. Go to 21. Chancery. Pick up Swamp. Pick up the Oracle. Drain you 2. Gain 3. I mean, this feels good when it's working. They're going to Dispel. I'm going to just snuff out your Maelstrom Colossus then. Losing a life. Why did I not expect the Dispels? And then they can just relic away all my junk. Okay. They play another world map. Do they get a Bajuka Bog? What do they get? Uses 3 mana. Urza's Tower. They have lots and lots and lots of mana. They use a Fade Away. Kind of mean. Okay, can't pay. So we'll get rid of Seagate Oracle. Faithful. I guess creature, land. Annoying. Any trail. Draw some cards. Looks like I want negates. Now these relics are just eating away all the junk that they killed. They get in for 4. We have a Muldrifter. Let's start with the Preordain, see if I can draw a... Okay, we draw a Snap. So top. I'll play Chancery. Pick up the Floodplain. Evoke Muldrifter. We draw 2. One of them is a Muldrifter. Snap the Muldrifter. Drain you 1. Do you have another Dispel? No. Okay. Now I'll slam a Muldrifter. And get in for 2. Now I also drew the Dust to Dust. And I can hold up Counterspell. Opponent plays another Haunted Fangriff. Pinnacle Kill Ship. Kills my guy. Okay, that made the game a lot harder. It's gonna be annoying. And then they power up the Kill Ship. Get rid of a Preordain. Doesn't really matter what I get rid of because they are going to use the Relic. Get rid of your 2 relics. Really? They crab me? That's annoying. Wow. Okay. Play or Seagate Oracle. Take the Snap. Floodplain. Get in for 2. They have no cards left. They can just use the Haunted Fangriff to get back a Maelstrom Colossus. I'm attacking. It doesn't feel like I'm going to win this game. Not having my normal cantrip suite and just relying on Seagate Oracles has been pretty mediocre. Okay. They now have a big ol' Kill Ship. Gets in for 7. My win condition of Melancholic Poet is gone, so I have to win with attacking with Drifters. We'll get rid of a Seagate, a Faithful. Snuff Out. Okay, they return Mirror Shell Crab to their hand. And a Maelstrom Colossus. Plays a 3rd relic. Okay, you got it. What am I going to draw? How can I get out of this? I'll start with a Preordain. Bottom, top the Lorien. Play land. I'm going to try to punk them a little bit. Cast Lorien Revealed. They don't do anything about it. Okay, I'll attack for 1. Discarding a Swamp. Opponent's at 15. They have Maelstrom Colossus and their Giant Crab. Colossus finds utter insignificance. Points it at the Drifter. I will Ephemerate in response. They will Crab. I will snap my Seagate Oracle. Aid the 3. We draw cards. Faithful, Seagate Oracle. We're taking a lot of damage here. They Relic, and then Relic, and Relic, and Relic. Yep. I'm not sure how I'm going to take this one down. They have very large amount of power. I have double Faithful into a Seagate Oracle. I have to take the full amount. I go to 2 life. Try to Ephemerate. We draw. I drew some stuff. Wow. Okay, Faithful. Faithful again. Play Seagate Oracle. We draw a Flicker. Yeah. Play another Seagate Oracle. We draw Mire and Snap. I think I take the Snap. I'm going to go ahead and bounce the Pinnacle Kill Ship. Then untap. And play Seagate Oracle. Drawing Preordain. That's the turn. Kill Ship in hand. We will use Counterspell. Opponent goes Relic. I'll get rid of a Snap. Will they just attack out? That's the question. They refuse to crack any of the relics to draw cards. Gets in. I'll block the 7/7. My turn. How about another Faithful? Play a Muldrifter. I know there's a Mortuary Mire in my deck somewhere. Cast a Preordain. Go to 14. Bottom of the lands. Find a landscape. Play Chancery, picking up Island. And I'll attack for 4. See what my opponent does. Right now they have 11 power on the table. They go Lorien Revealed. I will respond. Counterspell. They get in for 7. Okay. We will attempt to play Archaeomancer. So that they have to Relic. I can't fight through this many relics just by using this. Relic gets cracked. Interesting. Let's cycle Landscape. That probably doesn't matter. Play Muldrifter. Find another... okay. Let's pass the turn. I have another familiar. That would be infinite life, right? Can I fight through 2 relics? I need to put some cards in the graveyard, and then I have to try and force 1 relic crack, and then I flicker through the 2nd relic crack. They draw Lorien. We still have Snuffs in the deck, I think. Plays a Maelstrom Colossus. They find a Mirror Shell Crab, so that's going to be a 5/6 or 5/7 with Ward 3. Another relic. God. Okay. They get in. So I will block, cycle the landscape. Play 1 familiar. They get rid of landscape. Gets rid of Seagate Oracle. 2nd familiar. Cast Lorien Revealed. Snuff Out on your Muldrifter. They use a Dispel. We'll play Archaeomancer, attempt to get the Snuff Out. They only have the 1 land available now. They decided to crack the relic. Okay, so now I have infinite life. I have to pass the turn. I have to go to the next phase though. Not attacking. Okay, I'm at 39 life. Made some life. We don't have time to do infinites. I will flicker the Drifter. Draw 2 cards. Drawing Ephemerate. So I might be able to force through all of this. Let's flicker the Drifter again. And then we'll play the landscape. Do I have anything left? An island? Basically nothing left. Discard planes. They relic my planes. Relics away the other card. Okay. They have yet another utter insignificance. We're going to exile my Archaeomancer. They play a Pinnacle Kill Ship. That kills both my Archaeomancers. Plays a Muldrifter. How much does this cost to activate? 3. Dang. Okay. So I want the negates. Definitely want more Dust to Dusts. Snuff Outs didn't seem useful. I guess I'm going to just go to 2 Dusts. Or 1. We'll just stick with the 1 Dust to Dust. They had too much interaction. I'm on the play. I'll keep it. I have land. I can get the white source. I'll play Ice Tunnel and pass. I want it relic immediately again. I'm just going to go ahead and get my white source online. Floodplain, your turn. Those utter insignificances were highly significant to me getting crushed there. Exiling the Archaeomancers is a big deal. We have a negate. I still think I want to play the Seagate Oracle. They get rid of my Lorien. I'll take the landscape. They have 3 mana. Plays another Candy Trail. They go top bottom. Play landscape and fetch. Grabbing another island. Play Preordain. They get rid of my landscape. Okay. I don't think I want more lands for this time being. Find a familiar. I'll get in for 1. I think next turn I have to play familiar. And then as they grab, they draw a card off the Candy Trail. Plays Haunted Fangriff, another Candy Trail. Here they could play the Crab now. They draw a card. Cannot Crab. But they do have Dispels. Okay. Play Familiar. They get rid of the Preordain. Play Seagate Oracle. I'll take another Oracle. Get in for 1. Trying to get a board going. They have 5 mana now. They try utter insignificance. I will go for a negate. And then they get to play their expedition map and get their Tron online because of that. I mean, I could have snapped it potentially. Then I could have had negate for the other thing. We have a familiar. So I can go Drifter plus Snap Drifter. When it gets rid of negate. Evoke Muldrifter. Draw 2. Let's snap the Muldrifter. Untap. Evoke a Muldrifter. Draw 2. Ephemerate the Muldrifter. Draw more. Okay, we find Archaeomancer. What should I play here? I'm going to go for Archaeomancer on snap. Get in for 2. They probably have kill ships coming up. They cycle. Interesting. Why didn't they play their other Tron land first? They missed out on some mana. Plays Power Plant. Maybe they wanted to cycle? Oh, come on. Fade away again. We'll sacrifice everything but the Archaeomancer. But also just sacrifice... I think sacrifice everything but the Muldrifter. That was annoying. They draw a card with the Candy Trail. Oh man, that was brutal. The fade away. We'll draw some cards. We have the plains. We'll go Faithful, Familiar, play my Melancholic Poet, and then I guess I attack in. We don't have attacks. Oh, the fade away was so brutal. They're exiling my land from the graveyard. Plays a Pinnacle Kill Ship. Going after my Melancholic Poet, I will attempt to snap it, gaining some life. They're going to crab. Oh, the utter insignificance has flash, So they flash that in and then exile my creature. I can't untap. Okay. We will exile Seagate Oracle from the graveyard to the relic. I'm going to start with a Preordain, see if I can find the Dust to Dust. Mortuary Mire. So I top, I mire, I target the Archaeomancer. They have to crack the relic. They just let it occur. Okay, I'll play the Seagate Oracle to get the Archaeomancer. Then I'll play Archaeomancer, targeting the Ephemerate. One cracks. Take 2. I only have 6 minutes on clock. Versions without Modern Age are very slow. Another Fade Away. Great. Wonderful. Okay. I will sacrifice, and sacrifice a plains. Opponent with a relic. Ugh. So brutal. The fadeaways. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I feel like they have the crab. Lay another Muldrifter. I'll crack my landscape. Grab island. Pass the turn. They don't have any creatures. Interesting. They find an Ephemerate. They use the relic to get rid of the landscape. I'll get in for 2. Try a Muldrifter. They find Counterspell by Chancery, picking up the Mortuary Mire. They've got a Lorien revealed. I will respond Counterspell. Counterspell! Boom! Plays a land. I can fight through the relic now because they don't have any blue mana. I'm going to use their relic. I'll get rid of Faithful. Play Archaeomancer. Going for the Counterspell. Cracks the relic. I will Ephemerate. Okay, I have Counterspell in hand. Play Mortuary Mire. Attack in. Opponent 16. They play a world map. What are they going to get with that? Do they have a cycle land maybe? They crack the map. I guess now that I have Ephemerate Counterspell, I'm feeling pretty confident, but I still feel like those crabs might get me. That's what she said. We're going to go ahead and... There you go. Come on. Ephemerate the Archaeomancer. Return Ephemerate. Zoom. We find a swamp. Attack for 4. Lorien revealed. Draw 3. Okay. Try a Preordain. I'll bottom. I guess I'm going to bottom and bottom Lorien, top island, play island, pass. Holding on to counterspells. They play a power plant. Relic of Progenitus. Counterspell. Attempt to Ephemerate. Get back counterspell. They have no crab. Okay, it's just over. We win the match. That was a long one. I'll see you in the round 5. We're here in round 5. Let's see what our opponent's up to. I think this is a keep. We can... We probably have to go... I mean, we could get a plains on turn 1. Depends on what my opponent's doing. They usually play gardens. They're on blue. We find a swamp. We'll play the landscape. Pass the turn. They cycle the Genercent. Blue-green. Oh, it must be Turbo Fog? Okay. Plays a forest. Winding Way? I don't understand. They completely whiffed. Okay, we don't know what creatures they're up to. I'm going to grab a plains and put the familiar onto the table. Land, play familiar. I think they are playing Petitioners. They cast a Winding Way. Yes, they are on Petitioners. They bin a Winding Way. Petitioner on the table. Plays a Glistener Seer. So my Faithfuls don't do anything now. I'll play familiar. I really want to snuff out the Persistent Petitioner, not the Glistener Seer. I definitely don't want this plains on the table, so I guess I can just Chancery back the plains and then pass. I assume they go Petitioner and then they tap out for the Automaton and then I can snuff out the Petitioner. They cast a Petitioner, okay. Cast Automaton, okay. Cast Automaton, we will snuff out the Persistent Petitioner. Okay, they have 2 cards in hand. We can snap a creature and then play the Muldrifter, or just, I think just playing the Muldrifter is okay. Oh, I have 3 mana. Okay, mistakes were made. Muldrifter. Should not have played the plains there. That was a huge mistake. I just thought that I had a reason. Faithful doesn't help me at all, so I don't think I should play it at all. Pass. This turn I can play Familiar, a Scry 1. Familiar would make the Muldrifter cost just 2 mana. Plays Forecasting Fortune Teller. I don't really want to cycle the Lorien Revealed yet. They draw off the clue. Plays a Moth Dust Changeling. They can give that flying by tapping other creatures. Okay, we draw the island. We'll play Familiar. Land. Cast Muldrifter. They respond with a Scry. Okay. They must not know. If you can do right click, yield until end of turn. Would have done that if I were them. We have a Snap. I can just snap a changeling and then play Lorien Revealed, attack for 2. Playing that Plains was a really big mistake because I just have nothing on the... I have very, very little blue mana on the table. Our opponent plays a Pawned Prophet after scrying. They scryed top in their upkeep to put the Prophet in their hand. Plays a Changeling. And they have a solid amount of creatures. Let's cycle this landscape. That's a thing we can do. We find a Prohibit for the Petitioner. Let's snap another random... I guess I can snap my Muldrifter? Okay, I would rather do that. Let's get in for 4. Snap Muldrifter. Untap, untap. Play Muldrifter. Finding a familiar. So we can play... That probably doesn't matter. I think I will preordain. Faithful to the bottom, snap to the top. Snap another Muldrifter. Untap, untap. And now I just have extra mana, so I might as well play the familiar. Muldrifter costs 1. Draw. And then we have Snuff Out and Ephemerate. I can pass. Discard. Getting... Well, maybe I keep the Faithful. I'll get rid of the Ice Tunnel. Just because it's a tap land. At this point, with the Snuff Outs, I probably want to keep the Faithful. They play a Petitioner. I will counter. When it passes. Alright. Faithful. Play land. Play Archaeomancer. Gain life. We'll grab the Prohibit. And then it should be easy going from there. We'll get in for 4. Just going to do stuff on their turn. They concede. It all came down to that first Winding Way. We definitely want the Snuff Outs. I'm going to cut the Faithfuls. Let's see. Lose Focus could be pretty good. Counterspell. Counterspell. Get rid of the other Faithful. They're not really going to be attacking me. Let's try that. So what do I think about the Melancholic Poet so far? I think it's been a nice way to win the game, but doesn't seem to accomplish very much. Here we have double Snuff Out and Contaminated Landscape and Flicker. So I'm just relying on drawing cards. I think the Snuff Outs are strong enough for me to keep this. Island into an Automaton. Play Ice Tunnel. I will pass. Drawing another land was bad. They play a Forest and a Winding Way. Okay. Island to the graveyard. They reveal 3 blue 1-drops. Well, in 4 turns, I can hardcast Lorien Revealed, or I can... Yeah, I'll just do this. Play the land. I'd rather go towards playing the Lorien Revealed than go towards cycling the landscape this turn, I think. Maybe that's wrong. They play a Glistener Seer and the Changeling. I'll grab a Plains. I realized that I responded to them too, didn't I? Whoops. They get in for 1. I might die to the beats. Okay. I'll play my Poet creature, which drains them whenever I snuff out their creature. Maybe I should snuff out their Seer. That might have been a good idea. They scry 1 on upkeep. Yeah. They put it to the bottom. They draw a card. 3 mana for a Lead the Stampede. They found double Petitioners. Plays a land. Glistener Seer. So they just have to tap creatures, right? Okay. We just have to take a draw. Finding Muldrifter. Let's try and spike an Ephemerate. Evoke the Muldrifter. Draw. Did not draw the Ephemerate. I'll pass. We did draw the Mortuary Mire, though. The Mortuary Mire is good because we might be able to just win because of it. It's pretty important in a mill matchup. We're definitely going to kill their Petitioners that they play, but they can mill me 1 time. They play Petitioners. Plays a land. I will snuff out your Petitioners. They're milling me. Mills Archaeomancer to the yard. Okay. So we are going to Mortuary Mire the Archaeomancer and then draw 3. No, we can't. We can't draw 3. Crud. Plays a Glistener Seer. My turn. I'll play a land. Draw. Okay, I have multiple Snuff Outs. Rough. This is... I have to be able to draw into my Archaeomancer. I will discard the Island. They play Winding Way. This Petitioner's out of their hand. This Pawn Prophet's out of their hand. A Glistener Seer is out of their hand. They find more Petitioners. They play a Petitioner. I will snuff out the Petitioner. Because otherwise this turn they could double mill me, and I don't want that. They mill me 12. We're at 18 cards left in library. Plays a Simic Growth Chamber. I know they have at least, looks like 2 more Petitioners in their hand. I'll play Sunscape Familiar. Play my Mire. Put the Archaeomancer on top. Okay, let's see what happens. They are doing a bunch of scrying. I think when they play their first Petitioner, I snap a Glistener Seer 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we will snap the Glistener Seer. Untap. Petitioners on the table. Snuff out the Petitioners. They played a Pawn Prophet. Mills me 12. Plays another Petitioners. I guess I lose if they have Dispel. Okay, we've been milled. Plays a Glistener Seer. I'm going to go see Flicker and put Archaeomancer on top. We draw the Archaeomancer. 1, 2, 3. Play Archaeomancer. Get the Ephemerate. Probably just the Ghostly Flicker. They have Ferret Macabre. I will snap your Petitioners. Untap. Ephemerate. Get back Ephemerate. Ephemerate. Get back Ghostly Flicker. And then I guess I'm just going to Ghostly Flicker my island. Drain you. Pass. This has been an interesting game. I don't know what they have. I figured that they would have the Fairy Macabre. They played Pawn Prophet still. Way to the graveyard. Changeling. I think they have 3. I think that's the last Petitioners. Plays Petitioners. They mill me 12 cards. I have to not auto-yield to this. I'll Ephemerate the Archaeomancer. Drain you. I'm going to target Snuff Out. Then Snuff out the Petitioners. Mills themselves 12. They can get the Knot of the Bone. We'll Ephemerate the Archaeomancer. Return the Ephemerate. And then I will attempt to Ghostly Flicker. They cast Knot of the Bone. Go to 33. I'll return Ghostly Flicker. Return Sunscape Familiar. Draw. Sunscape. Flicker. Alright, GG. Just have to accomplish our goals. Opponent says 15 minutes on clock. Combo time. Surely they will misclick. Let's just move things into a position that makes sense. Okay, they conceded. They knew we weren't going to misclick. We got the 3-2. I felt like there were definitely situations where the Snuff Outs were good, where the Drain was good. I don't know if it's like the best thing to be doing. It was an interesting experiment. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about it and changes that you would make to the list. I will see you in the next video.